It's 8 o'clock in Banjul. This is QTV News coming to you live from our studios on Karaba Avenue. And I am Julden Yai. Thanks for joining us. Here are the main news headlines. The Ministry of Agriculture and partners in the rice value chain are hosting a two-day National Rice Forum and Policy Dialogue. And the 10 most outstanding students from the University of the Gambia were awarded postgraduate scholarships by the Ministry of Higher Education to study in Malawi. The national chapter of the Network of Locally Elected Women in Africa, RAFELA, and partners Thursday launched the Youth Volunteerism Program that seeks to provide at least 500 youths in Banjul with various vocational skills in several countries. The Ministry of Health, in collaboration with the World Health Organization, conducted a two-day validation in the Lower River region of the Graphic Health Warning Packs 2024-2026 for tobacco. And in sports news, the QCell-sponsored Open Nawetan football competition opened on Friday with a match between Q Group FC and Kersering FC played at the Q City football field in Bijilo. Those were your headlines, and now the news in detail. Good evening. If you're just tuning in, this is QTV News and I am Julden Yai. Now, the Ministry of Agriculture, through funding from the projects under its Central Projects Coordinating Unit and other stakeholders in the rice value chain, are hosting a two-day National Rice Forum and Policy Dialogue. Aliou Cisse attended, and this is his report.
The convergence is an opportunity for stakeholders in the rice sector to discuss opportunities and challenges impeding local rice production and devise a roadmap to guide the country towards national rice self-sufficiency by 2030. Rice is a staple food in the Gambia, which is consumed almost daily in the majority of households. About $75 million is reported to have been spent annually on the importation of about 286 metric tons of rice. At a time when many countries are imposing a ban on the export of rice amidst its increased demand, this forum is more relevant to what's actualizing in-country rice production. Dr. Demba Sabali, the Gambia's Minister of Agriculture, believes this gathering will propel the country to rice self-sufficiency in the near future. He said the Gambia cannot afford a disruption in the adequate availability of rice and as such cannot continue to depend highly on imported rice.
This indicates that each Gambian on average consumes more than 100 kilograms of rice per year. It's probably more for the cereals and the jolas too.
Mosobudi Rampedi, FAO country representative in the Gambia, welcomed the forum as being greatly needed to deliberate on policies for reducing hunger. She emphasized that rice importation is not sustainable and advocates more public and private sector investment in the sector. Dr. Babukar Mane, Director General of Africa Rice Center, who has 3 decades of experience in agricultural research and development, says there is still more to achieve on addressing food insecurity, despite many countries registering progress.
We also made observations that financing and investment of agriculture cannot be left to chance. It is important to create a supportive environment for pro-poor growth and private sector-led agricultural development.
Judging by the gathering, the diverse expertise in this hall here, I am really fully confident that by the end of tomorrow, after our full deliberations, I am sure we will be able to come out with a working document that can clearly map out for us what can we do over the next 10, 15 years to be able to achieve rice self-sufficiency in the country. We need to find a solution, and then definitely nobody can do it for us besides we ourselves.
Deputizing for President Barrow, Babukar Boy, the Minister for Public Service, described rice as being by far the most important staple food in the country. As such, he said attaining rice self-sufficiency is a national food security concern.
If we could recall, rice shortages in some West African countries in 2007 and 2008 led to food riots which caused a lot of chaos in those countries. As a nation, we cannot afford to witness shortages in the supply chain of rice.
Musa Sow, President of the National Coordinating Organization of Farmers Association, the Gambia, NACOFAC, suggested for resources to be allocated for an effective implementation of the outcome of the meeting. Many believe realizing rice self-sufficiency goes beyond statements and forums like this one, as it requires mechanization with more investment in the sector. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliou Sise.
Now, the Ministry of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology on Friday awarded scholarships to the 10 most outstanding students from the University of the Gambia for postgraduate studies in Malawi. Let's have more details of that in this report.
These 10 students will pursue master's degree programs in fisheries and agribusiness. This scholarship is part of the World Bank's Africa Higher Education Centers of Excellence project. This initiative is in collaboration with governments of participating countries, including the Gambia, to support higher education institutions to specialize in science, engineering and mathematics, environment, agriculture, applied social sciences, education and health. Professor Pierre Gomez, Minister of Higher Education, says the initiative is unprecedented and the scholarships are awarded to the most deserving students.
We have the river Gambia, and in Sapo you have the fresh water. Yet here we are depending on the rain, 2 months or 3 months maximum. Then we wait for Godot, waiting in vain. Later on going out asking for help. The Sarangirial days are over. We now have to take charge of our destiny. We have to take charge of our development, and that development must be anchored on a well-trained, well-educated, youthful population.
The Higher Education Minister congratulates the awardees and calls on them to be good ambassadors for the Gambia.
So don't go out and misbehave and tarnish the image of this country. In that situation, you make us bow. We are not born to bow.
Dr. Yusuf Ature, Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Higher Education, says Gambia's strength lies in its natural resources, and therefore the youth must be educated to harness our resources.
We would expect you to go out there, get the skills, come back and teach our youthful population with the skills needed to benefit maximally from the ocean, from the land, and from the river.
Karamo S. Bojang, chairman of the Scholarship Advisory Board, says the selection process was tough as they received over 100 applications.
There was 100% fair play in the whole selection, because in the Gambia this thing will say, somebody will say, you know, they did not select me because so and so. I can assure you that such a thing would never have happened in the Scholarship Advisory Board meetings.
Sanake Danso, an awardee, spoke on behalf of his fellow students.
I wish to promise that we will live up to expectations as ambassadors of the Republic of the Gambia, leaving the source of the Gambia, going to a foreign country is to go and acquire knowledge and experience. And upon our return to the Gambia, to come and share that experience and knowledge with our brothers and sisters.
The project aims to promote regional specialization among participating universities in areas that address specific common regional development challenges, but it also aims to strengthen the capacities of these universities to deliver high-quality training and applied research and meet the demand for skills required for Africa's development. For QTV News, I am Julden Yai.
And now, the national chapter of Rafela, the network of locally elected women in Africa in partnership with the UN South-South Cooperation and the UNDP and the Islamic Development Bank, Thursday launched the Youth Volunteerism Program that seeks to provide at least 500 youths in Banjul with various vocational skills in several countries around the world. Let's have more details of that in this report by Ansumana Isonyase.
The launch of this much-anticipated youth volunteerism project ushers in what the Rafela Africa president, Mayor Rahim Malik Lowe, described as a life-changing opportunity for youths of Banjul. The project seeks to curb unemployment and fill the skills capacity gap in the city as well as create a platform for self-employment. Hence, at least 500 youths would be sent abroad to acquire vocational skills. Speaking at the event, Rafaela's national coordinator, Aissatou Njie, commended Mayor Lowe for her foresight and commitment to supporting young people in the city, and went on to highlight how this project will transform the lives of the beneficiaries.
We strongly believe that the youth of Banjul, like other youths in other parts of the country, have the most to lose if their needs and priorities are not addressed and prioritized. This is a day I know our youths have been waiting for and looking forward to.
The Minister of Youth and Sports, Bakari Baji, and nominated Councillor Fallou Galass Cissé called on Banjulians to take ownership of the scheme by encouraging and supporting their loved ones who are set to benefit from the project. And they equally commended Mayor Lowe for demonstrating once again her commitment to supporting young people in the country.
This is important for us as a country because it goes without saying that young people constitute the majority of our population. And the statistics has it that more than 63% of the Gambian population is youth. It is therefore important that be it central government or the local councils or any development partner works in this area so that we can be able to give young people the good start that they deserve to be able to prepare themselves.
As custodians of the Rafaela presidency over the past 3 years, we stand at a crossroads pondering the tale we've woven thus far. We must ask ourselves, where did we inherit Rafaela from? What have we achieved in its stewardship? And most importantly, where are we steering it towards?
For Mayor Rohey Malick Lowe, this is yet another campaign promise fulfilled. She expresses gratitude to partners such as the UN South-South Cooperation, the UNDP and the Islamic Development Bank for making this project a reality, and went on to reiterate her willingness to support and empower the young people of Banjul.
The excitement I feel for the youths of Banjul on this momentous occasion knows no bounds. I want to extend my gratitude to the Islamic Development Bank for their interest in supporting this project and exploring its commitment in line with its youth leadership program. Your support means the world, and I have complete confidence that the youth of Banjul will exceed expectation.
There were several other speakers, including Youth Representative Councillor Abdoulaye Coulibaly, Councillor Bintu SM Jaite, and Aissatou Jallow, Chairperson of Banjul Youth Committee, amongst others, who all paid tribute to Mayor Lowe for the initiative and thanked partners for their support. The event was attended by beneficiaries and their families, representatives of UN systems, government officials, and veteran politician, former Vice President and party leader of the UDP, Lawyer Ousainou Darboe, and was characterized by various performances from cultural groups in Banjul and several other musicians. Answana Isonyasi for KTV News.
That report there will take us to a short commercial break. When we return, we have some more local as well as sports news stories for you. Do stay tuned.
Technology has always been at the forefront of our lives, and the way we use it has evolved drastically over the years. With the advent of 5G internet, we are entering a new era of technological innovation that promises to transform the way we live, work, and play. 5G internet is capable of providing data speeds up to 100 times faster than 4G, making it the ideal solution for streaming high-quality videos, playing online games, and downloading large files on the go. 5G internet is already transforming cities across the globe, powering smart cities, self-driving cars, and virtual reality experiences that were once thought impossible. 5G internet is also paving the way for Internet of Things, allowing for seamless connectivity between devices and the creation of a truly connected world. For the first time in the Gambia, QCell is bringing tomorrow's technology to you today with the launch of QCell 5G Internet. Get ready to experience the out-of-this-world wonders of QCell's 5G Internet. For more information, call 111. QCell. We innovate, others follow.
The art of juggling is a true spectacle of agility, coordination, and and speed. A symbol of progression, precision, and mastery. "5G speed is like having the juggler in your pocket. With lightning-fast download and upload speeds, you'll easily be able to juggle even the busiest workdays. Whether you're a busy entrepreneur, a creative, or just someone who wants to stay connected, juggle your tasks with ease with QCell 5G speed. The future is here. It's fast, reliable, and efficient. First brought to you by QCell. We innovate, others follow.
Welcome back. If you are just watching, this is QTV News and I am Julde Jai. And now to the rest of our stories. The Ministry of Health, in collaboration with the World Health Organization, conducted a two-day validation in Tendaba in the Lower River region of the Graphic Health Warning Packs 2024-2026 for tobacco. Our regional correspondent, Bakari Balde, attended the program, and this is his report.
This program brought together various stakeholders to validate various graphic designs on cigarette packets that will serve as a strong visual warning to tobacco users and to protect young people. According to the World Health Organization, annually, tobacco use is responsible for over 8 million deaths globally. Michael Mankamendi is the Director of Health Promotion and Education, who doubles as the Chairman of the National Tobacco Control Committee at the Ministry of Health.
Let us be optimistic. Let us realize our gaps so that we can find solutions to those gaps. Records have shown that the number of tobacco users is going down. But on the other side, the tobacco-related conditions and diseases also is coming up.
Dr. Momodu Gassama, the WHO's health promotion specialist, outlined that tobacco-related deaths are among the leading preventable deaths in the world. He emphasized the hazardous effects of tobacco use.
The heart disease and stroke. Tobacco is a risk factor for that. Again, the other ones are cancers. Tobacco is responsible for nearly almost 20 different cancers. Type 2 diabetes. Tobacco use is also implicated in that.
Lieutenant Colonel C.D. Toure, officer commanding of Fajara Barracks Medical Clinic, and Commissioner Alaji Kinte, head of the Police Medical Unit, explained how they curb tobacco use in the society.
But coming to us, the security force, especially the army, what I want to, assure this committee or this body is that the Armed Forces Command is always willing to partner with the civil partners in any national endeavor.
Be rest assured of the support of the police command, because anytime there's a meeting, however prompt it may be, I am always given the chance to go or delegate.
Sefo Singate, Senior Program Officer at the Non-Communicable Diseases Unit at the Ministry of Health, highlights the significance of the graphic designs.
When we first do the first graphic designs, people that cannot even read and write said, okay, this is what smoking does to the child. So if you smoke in front of the child, it causes this illness to the child will be admitted to hospital. So they'd hardly smoke in front of the child.
Graphic health warnings have been shown to reduce a demand for tobacco use. Therefore, by the end of the validation, 1 out of the 4 designs will be adopted and approved by the Minister of Health to be used on cigarette packs for 2 years as part of efforts to lessen tobacco use and prevent others from getting the habit. Bakari Balde, QTV News.
Let's now shift our attention to some sports news stories. The QCell sponsored Open Nawetan football competition opened on Friday with a match between Q Group Foundation and Kersering FC played at the Q City football field. 16 teams are battling for the ultimate prize. Our sports reporter Momodo Gayaga was there, and this is his report.
Q Group FC, the hosts, were thumped 4-0 by Kersering FC in a one-sided match. Despite the team's official name as Kersering, almost all the players featured for Lemon 3 FC, winners of last week's Manjai Super Cup. The complete dominance of Kersering really showed in their star player Mamlai Sise, who scored a quadruple to lay down a statement in the competition. Q Group FC, for the first 10 minutes, looks good with their passing, ball control, and strong attacking prowess. Once there was nothing left in their tank, their weakness started to show. Mamlai Sise used his speed, technique, and good finishing to score a first-half hat-trick. One of the goals was from the penalty spot. In the second half, despite the continued dominance by Kersering, there was only one goal to show for it. Again, Mamlai Sise was waiting to score his fourth goal, sealing the emphatic victory. He expressed joy for scoring a quadruple, but says it wasn't easy as the scoreline depicted.
Kontaan naa trop moom waaye maa ngi over thanks si suma coach si cause ni ñoo ma di over help sax dama comme speed bi moo fa nekk boobu laa lay jaay gaa seen kaw rek waaye dafa over métti sax.
Q Group were dominated throughout the game but did have a few moments. Late in the game, Paibu Jase demonstrated good control, a run, and brilliant show of skill in dribbling and passing. Ibrahim Omane, head of sports and deputy manager Q City, is the coordinator of the QCell-sponsored Open Nawetan. He explains the reason for organizing the competition.
The purpose of the competition is to drive traffic, but also to be involved in youth participation in activities such as football. Because mostly, within this community, the Kersering Bijilo area, there are a lot of people who would like to play. But we thought we would have been confined within this area. And unfortunately enough for us, this thing has gone beyond Brikama. There's a team from Cloro, there are 2 teams from Brikama. So that means a lot of teams wanted to compete. The team you just saw playing, they are a team that won from the Manjai Super Cup, and they are programming themselves towards that division.
The 16-team competition will be competitive, and winning the ultimate prize is going to be tough. However, Kersering have laid down an impressive marker. Mamudu Gajaga, QTV News.
Also in sports news, over 50 media practitioners and popular musician Hussein Dada participated in the Media Run Challenge on Saturday to raise awareness on keeping fit and healthy. QTV's Ansumana Eswonyasi participated in the 3-kilometer run, and this is his report.
The Media Run Challenge was initiated 3 years ago to promote a healthy lifestyle through physical exercise for those working in the media and promote networking amongst media practitioners. Participants ran the challenge under fanfare and excitement from Westfield to traffic lights on Kairaba Avenue. Abdullah Jawa, chairman of the Media Run Challenge, said the event was initiated to bring media practitioners together. He encourages other colleagues who are yet to participate in the run to endeavor to take part in subsequent editions.
What we want is to partner. We are popular, we are people that in the media, but only us cannot do almost everything we want. We want to call an initiative, proselytize, government, we want to go within the private sector to come and join us, sponsor us, bless us. This is something that will easily give you that popularity. Come, and then our doors are widely open for every individual company, government that want to come and sponsor and be part of us. We are so much willing. Our main aim is just to make sure we promote health within our journalism fraternity, but also promote unity and friendship among and within us, and also to expand it to friends of the media, people that are living in the Gambia across.
Journalists Sekou Suare Jabai and Aissatou Keita, Vice President of the Gambia Press Union, stressed the importance of the challenge and called on institutions, especially the private sector, to partner with the Media Run.
It's really important to build a social network with colleagues, particularly those in the same field as you. But more importantly, by looking at the nature of the work we do as journalists and as communication specialists, you hardly find time for yourself to do well-being work and all that. So occasionally coming here Saturdays to be physically fit, to run, to jog, and all that stuff, I think it will go a long way in giving you a healthy mindset as well.
Considering the fact that an individual, especially journalists, spend the entire week, like Monday to Friday, under the AC, and then it's quite very cold and then tends to limit you. So sometimes it's good for you to go out and exercise and then to keep fit. But to me, it doesn't only stop at keeping fit. What I love most about this particular initiative, it tends to build the spirit of camaraderie amongst media personnel. Considering the fact that we are all from different media institutions and all that, often at times what we know about these individuals is maybe we see their bylines on newspapers, we hear their voices on TV or even on radio, but we do not have this ground or an avenue where we all come together.
Popular artist Hussein Dada was one of several others who participated in the run after accepting a challenge by one of the organizers. The Media Run Challenge has grown in popularity, attracting a lot of people, including those in other jobs. In previous editions, members of the public, heads of institutions, and members of various security outfits participated in the run. Answana Nyasi for KTV News.
That report there brings us to the end of this bulletin, but before we go, here is a recap of the headlines. The Ministry of Agriculture and stakeholders in the rice value chain are hosting a 2-day National Rice Forum and Policy Dialogue. Now, the 10 most outstanding students from the University of the Gambia are awarded postgraduate scholarships by the Ministry of Higher Education to study in Malawi. The national chapter of the Network of Locally Elected Women in Africa, RAFELA, and partners Thursday launched the Youth Volunteerism Program that seeks to provide at least 500 youths in Banjul with various vocational skills in several countries. The Ministry of Health, in collaboration with the World Health Organization, conducted a 2-day validation in the Lower River region of the Graphic Health Warning Packs 2024-2026 for tobacco. In sports news, the QCell-sponsored Open Nawetan football competition opened on Friday with a match between Q Group FC and Kersering FC played at the Q City football field in Bijilo. That's all we have for you in this bulletin of the news. Join us tomorrow at the same time with the news review with Ade Drame and Momodou Lamin Choi. Many thanks indeed for the pleasure of your company, and do have a lovely weekend.